Well, here we are, a motorcycle in the studio. This is the 2020 Harley-Davidson LiveWire. And this is a video review of Harley-Davidson's first electric motorcycle.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round.
Hello, well, this is an interesting experience. So, I am charging a motorcycle. It's very unique. Let me flip this around and I'll show you here. So we have a DC fast charger, which I thought was interesting. 100% renewable energy. Showing the charge session, so it's been 9 minutes. I was only going to do maybe 10 minutes. I started at 57% charge. I'm currently at 70, so that was pretty quick for, there's 10 minutes. So that was pretty quick. So 71% in 10 minutes. So much faster than I thought. So this is the current power output, 11 kilowatt. This started at 13 kilowatts, so it started dropping down a little bit. The amount of kilowatt hours delivered, 2.3. And this is using the CCS plug. So I have the CCS plug going all the way through here, right around through here. And this is normally the tank. That's where the fill port would be for gas. So this is taking the CCS charge. And then I take a look at the bike screen here. So it's saying to a full charge half hour, but I probably won't do that. It's already up to 72%. That's more than I actually wanted, so pretty good. All right, so you might remember this is the charger for the Tesla. I have the Tesla wall connector installed and hooked up directly to the circuit breaker, so it has its own dedicated circuit. So I will be using this with the motorcycle, but you might think, wait a second, this is a different connector. Yes, that is true. So let me show you here. So although this is the Tesla connector, and we look in the charge port here, that is a J1772. We're not using the fast charger for home charging, so this is just called J1772. We have a special adapter from this company called Electron. So on one end, it is the male side of the Tesla connector. On the other side is the female side for the J1772. So that would slot in right into there. But we don't just put that straight in first. What it actually recommends is to connect the Tesla connector into there first, wait 30 seconds, and then plug it in to the standard EV or the open EV charger. So I'll do that and I'll show you. All right, so I have the Tesla connector plugged into the male side of the adapter, and then the female side of the adapter is now going to go into here. All right, so now I have that plugged on in. We take a look at the display. We see now time remaining, that's about 5.5 hours until full charge. I don't plan on charging it all the way. I don't need it all the way at the moment, so I'm gonna probably stop at right about 80% there. It's still on right now, but kind of in an accessory mode. So the headlight is on the center, which is the accessory mode. And you can probably hear down here, the pump is going for the cooling system. So as this is charging, it's trying to keep itself cool because charging does generate heat. So otherwise, we will let that sit. I will turn the run switch off. and we could see the blinking lights right over here. So this is showing red low, yellow medium, and then it'll turn green once we get up to near that 80%. So we'll let that sit, and I'll catch you in a bit. All right, one other thing real quick here in the app, which is really neat that the motorcycle has a connected app, it's very similar to the Tesla. So I could see in bike status here, I got an odometer reading, the ride mode I'm in, and the charge stats. But I'm also seeing the amps and volts. So what's very interesting here is even though it's pulling in, it can only charge at level 1 AC charging, which is 120 volts. It's basically taking the wattage that would normally have been 120 volts at 12 amp, and it's changing it. Now I'm at 263 volts at 4 amps. So that's the charge rate that is coming in right now. So again, the max at the level 1 charge that the bike can take is about 1400 watts. So it's manipulating the power it can take at the level 1 charging, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. It might have something to do with the battery configuring. However, it's showing about 5 hours and 16 minutes of charging to get to 100. Also, one more quick reference here. So this is the Tesla. This is a screenshot from the Tesla when I was charging it. Notice the amps and voltage. 48 amp, 237 volt. That's level 2 AC charging. And it's charging at 11 kilowatt. So the Tesla's charger is 10 times more powerful than the LiveWire. However, it has a much bigger battery than the LiveWire. And it also gets about double the range. I'm getting about, with city driving, 140, 150 miles on the LiveWire, and I'm getting about 300 on the Tesla. All right, so I've come back now. We can see we're up into the green. Let's wake up the display. And we are at 76%. And about 2 hours and 40 minutes-ish until full charge, but we're going to stop there. All right, now to disconnect. I'm not going to disconnect the Tesla charger part. Here, that button actually has a disconnect that will tell the bike to stop accepting a charge before I pull it out. So I'm going to press this button. And then, there we go. That told the bike to stop charging. And we are good. 76%, 123 miles of range. One more quick thing here is the charger that comes with the bike is under the seat here. So it is locked. So I will unlock that with the key it comes. There's a little lever here. You just gotta pull the lever. The seat pops open. And here is the charger from Harley-Davidson. All right, so this is the plug or the adapter that goes into the wall. Here we have the Harley-Davidson logo. That is the button. So that is home charging. Well, the bike is very well balanced with a low center of gravity because of the battery and the motor. Also, there's no clutch and no friction zone to worry about. So low speed control is amazing. So you're gonna have no problems in a parking lot. Alright, so how does the LiveWire feel when you're riding it? Well, it's very interesting because right now I'm at a red light and I don't need to have the clutch in, I don't need no shifting or anything like that. I'm kind of just sitting and it's very comfortable. Again, from part 1 that I referenced, I am able to flat foot while sitting on this, which is very key when you're choosing a size of the motorcycle. Right now I'm leaning a little bit back, is the sitting, but when going, like right now, lean a little forward, you just twist the throttle, and away you go. And here's the fun part. So, it is a really, really fun motorcycle to ride. Not that it's easy, it's that you don't have to focus on a lot of things. For instance, that pull I just did, I didn't have to worry about shifting or anything like that. Because it's just you twist the throttle and go. yes, you do still have to know how to ride a motorcycle. Because if you don't know how to properly lean and counter steer and all the proper things with riding a motorcycle, like lane placement and all that, you're still going to have trouble with this because it's not a bicycle. It's not an electric bicycle, especially at 550 pounds. It's really comfortable. So it has cruise control. I'm going to set cruise control right now. If you need to rest a hand, you can. And I don't have to tightly grip the handlebar. And then what's neat with this one is if I twist forward and then back, ooh, a little powerful there, but it cancels the cruise control. And the suspension is actually pretty good. I did not adjust it for me just yet. It probably will eventually. I don't have the proper tool for that. But it is completely possible. And yeah, if you're coming from a standard gas motorcycle, you're going to have to get used to still trying to grab for the clutch. Is it a beginner bike? I would argue it's more of an intermediate bike because of the power. So like right now, the regen braking, and that's also another really interesting part. I'm not using any brakes right now, but I'm slowing down because of that regen braking. So the only time I'm really using the front brake is when I'm coming to a stop. Because that will act the same where you hold the front brake on a hill. It's kind of like the regen braking is a rear brake. So it's like I have two rear brakes, two sets of rear brakes. The other thing I haven't really done too much of talking about is the interface. And I will put a little clip of the interface up right now. So here, we have right smack dab in the middle, the speed. To the left, you can change what the information is being shown. To the right, you can change what the information is being shown. So to the left, I have music that I'm listening to. To the right, I have the battery percentage, the efficiency in watt-hours per mile, and the battery temperature. So the battery's warm right now. It's only about 78 degrees ambient, and the battery's 89 because it does create heat when you're still using electric. And then at the very bottom, that on the left side is also the battery percentage. That's also showing me 117 miles of range. And when on a highway, it's actually pretty comfortable as well, depending on the highway, of course. So I'm going to set it up to where the speed I want, press cruise control, and set the speed. And now, again, I can rest my right hand, so I'm not just pulling the throttle. And the suspension really just absorbs pretty well. This is a very bad road that I'm on. It's not smooth whatsoever. This, I would say, is the most fun flicking it into the corners like this. Getting really into it. And just that quick acceleration is really cool. So I have a car in front of me, I have no cars behind me. And it's really quiet. You can hear everything around you, so you do feel not just connected to the bike, but I also feel connected to the environment, which is really neat. Also the brakes, the front brake, because it has dual Brembo front disc brakes. The braking power is just amazing on this. So I hope that covered all the thoughts in the on-bike example and the on-bike thoughts, but last part here, final thoughts. I'll see you there.
Alright, so I pulled over on the side of this beautiful road, beautiful day for a motorcycle ride, to just give you my final thoughts. So, the Harley-Davidson LiveWire. Harley-Davidson has been known to be stubborn and really not innovate. That has changed. So in 2019, when this model came out, the 2020 Harley-Davidson LiveWire, this was really the first sign that Harley-Davidson is looking into the future. And this is an amazing package. Sure, when it came out, the MSRP for this was $29,999. Way too expensive. Right now, you can't actually buy the Harley-Davidson branded LiveWire anymore. It's spun off into a new brand called LiveWire with the LiveWire 1, which is essentially the same bike. That one is $22,000. Better. I got mine used, barely used, but it was under $20,000, which is the realm motorcycles really should be in. So for that value, I think this, for me personally, was a great investment. Is it for everybody? No, as we talked about. However, from a motorcycle standpoint, it's an amazing motorcycle, and I would argue that this is the best handling motorcycle Harley-Davidson has ever put out. I haven't ridden many motorcycles, but a lot of people that do ride Harleys say when they ride this, it just puts a smile on their face. Sure, you're missing the sound of the engine and the gasoline smell and the exhaust, but from a fun perspective, this is the most fun motorcycle Harley-Davidson has ever put out. We shall see what happens now with the S2 Del Mar. That should be coming out shortly, but I think this is an amazing motorcycle. I would give it a 9 out of 10. All right, so that's a wrap for this part 2 of the Harley-Davidson LiveWire review. If you want to see more content on this motorcycle or other electric vehicle content, feel free to hit that subscribe button below and then the little bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload videos like this or I do go live. Also, my main part of the channel is weather. I am a meteorologist, so if you want to see the latest weather forecasts, feel free to subscribe so you can get the latest weather forecasts. I focus on the Northeast US. All right, so that is a wrap. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. I hope you enjoyed my look at the Harley-Davidson LiveWire. If you have any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat below. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Please stay safe, and I will see you all in the next video.